vulva and her clitoris. And the way you do that is by celebrating women, looking at them respectfully, wanting them to have a great husband or wife, you know, trying to help women, and not wanting a woman who doesn't like you. Wanting a woman who truly wants you to want, wants to be your feminine woman and for you to be her masculine man. And so it's about making it about her flower. And the way you do that is numerous steps, but basically it's by complimenting her, spending more time on her than you shouldn't make it about her wanting to give you oral sex. And as much as it can be like that, you want it to be more than 50%, like that she be the primary recipient of your compliments and your attention. And I remember, it's not about her breasts, because breasts are for children, and they also, it's about her vagina. And so when you uphold that level of that kind of consciousness, you transcend things like people worrying about their breast size or penis size, or things like anything else, because the clitoris is very easy, or even like the internal vagina, the size of that, like and the imperfections of it, and that sometimes women can't necessarily have sex, or it's like, but the clitoris is always present, and it's always fun, and we need to like make women that, and make it be the serenity of your experience in life. Guys, remember, it's not about the hype of wanting a woman to, wanting to dominate a woman in during intercourse. It's not about it's not about your body. It's about her. And so from that angle, we go into, I'm going to go into some different things. I'm going to bring up some of my recent TikToks. We're going to review that and some of the comments. It'll be fun. And also, I have I'd like to share with you my dental routine. And when you shop at stores like Target, you get good value, and so what I do is I start off with floss. I recommend this one. Sometimes you can use the strands more than once because they're more durable, the satin floss. And I do that once at the end of the day, floss. Now, toothbrushing, on the other hand, toothbrushing I do more frequently. Like, I'll do toothbrushing, and specifically I use a soft bristle brush. I use one like this so I can collapse and carry it wherever I go, maybe even add some toothpaste to it, on the apply toothpaste to this, and then keep it on the go. Like, you can buy 5 of them and just keep them ready. And then this is the only toothpaste I use. I think it's the most scientifically created. It's, of course, has no fluoride, which is a neurotoxin and calcifies the pineal glands, so you can't have that spiritual connection. Also, it's strengthening, which means what I do is and by the way, before I even brush my teeth, first I floss, Then I use a soft cloth, very soft cloth, on my teeth, and that cleans most of them out. Because brushing, ultimately, you don't want to do it over than you need to, because it is more, uh, it can be more abrasive. But yeah, so this is the Jason toothpaste, strengthening. I brush my teeth and I keep the toothpaste in there for perhaps another 45 seconds or a minute, and it kind of compress it around with my tongue, and remember, you're also brushing your gums down there. You're kind of working the bristles aggressively into the gums, and then you're cleaning the tongue generously. And this should be done after every meal. You shouldn't have breakfast or lunch without brushing after. Your mouth should always be completely clean. And once a week, I also recommend doing your own dentistry. This kit, okay, has this tool, and it may seem, there may be a little hesitation at first, but this, when you get used to using this, you'll be using the pick end, not the kind of thicker kind of what would that be? It'd be like a kind of a scraper end, if you will. The pick, you want to get it all around, and also look at your teeth in the mirror. Sometimes you'll notice some black cavities forming, possibly. Of course, you do want to go for emergencies to dentists to have your teeth worked on, have them pulled perhaps, or covered, or work with cavities. But generally, there's a lot you can do on your own. Do this once a week. Do it all, just patiently go through all the front and backs, really work into the gums. You'll get used to this. And then the scraper, sometimes it's good for the very end teeth to work around them if there's plaque. Simply speaking, this process, it is something that, historically has been done by a second person, a dental tech, but after you get used to it, you'll realize that you have a better perception of how to work the tool around your mouth than any other person ever could. But let's go have some fun here. Let's get into my live shows. My TikToks, rather. So if you go to my page, you'll find lots of fun stuff. Shieldheart.org. The most recent video I released got a whole lot of views, and guess what? It's called Be God. So let's watch it. Repeat. I am God, the energy. So I'm God, the energy that animates all life, from one incarnation or planet to the next. 2. Practice self-intimacy for self-control to help avoid verbal or physical, unloving premarital intimacy. Okay, so we got a lot of interesting comments. I got a lot of likes too. Look at that. 200 plus likes, almost 100 comments. So what I'm... 1. Repeat. I am God, the energy that animates all life. What I'm doing here... From one incarnation or planet to the next. 2. Practice self-intimacy for self-control to help... What I'm doing here is part of the issue is I'm coming up against, in the comments you'll see, against the religious communities, because they're accusing me of being blasphemous because I'm proposing that we are God. But even in the biblical context, it's like it says that we're not separated from God. So then we are God, right? We're the consciousness that animates.
to help avoid verbal or physical unloving premarital intimacy. 3. Use toys such as the Doc Johnson Main Squeeze with coconut oil. 4. Celebrate and protect women more than hobbies such as cars and pets. 5. Find serenity via your wife's VVS, via oral. More important than wanting to dominate her during interacts, and complement her VVS size and qualities. Finally, 6.
So, one thing I want to comment on that is that the thing about the vagina is when you start thinking of your attraction to a woman in terms of that, it makes you kind of choose a different kind of woman. Like one woman you might think has, for example, a bigger breast or ass and has those extra fat tissue, and that's what you might find attractive, or whatever it is. But when you start thinking of the top thing as to whether she has a nice clean vagina, it kind of gets refined to, does she seem hygienic? Does she seem, like someone you'd want to give oral sex to? So that helps to clarify things a little bit. Let's see. So continuing on.
Visualize people that you're upset at smiling.
So this is the whole light work that I do.
Imagine a brilliant beam of light shines and lights up their aura. Imagine you can throw a sphere of brilliant light over to them or over to any people. Sometimes I visualize a beam of light coming out of my fingers like a wand, a beam around. It goes through buildings. People tap into that white light and they light up their aura. They're smiling. They're excited. Use this to solve problems in your life, like an issue with money at work, or maybe there's something you don't want to do, or a person you don't want to, there's an issue. Just imagine the bright white light shining through. Even do it for your car, your house. Definitely do it for influential.
And so I'm saying all this because this is part of the experience of being God. It's that you visualize these positive visualizations, and it allows you to experience being God. There's something, though, I wanted to say. It's in the title of the video. It's called Laughing at Reality. You've got to laugh at reality. Like, laugh at, women, even though you might be physically attracted to them. Just laugh at it, because it's like nothing really is material. It's all just a manifestation of nothingness. It's who we are, and we can just, a lot of people may not find a reason or to apply this kind of thinking, and they may find it in some of the comments, people, it's absurd. But I think it's okay. So let's get into I think it's necessary. Like, some people may, some people may till they're 70 or something, or whenever they get older, to really realize that, to really be receptive to or interested in this stuff. But so I have lots of comments. What was your favorite point? Somebody said using the Doc Johnson Main Squeeze. And then, so we think drag on drag. Okay, and then people are saying you're not God, you're human. So here's the thing here. Oh, I didn't notice this before. Do I have anything? Let's see here. Oh, this is so funny. So watch this. He says, you're not God, you're human. Then I say, so where do you think we came from? If we are one with God, then aren't we God? And then he says, I agree, but it's the way you said it. I get the point, but it's a paradox. When you realize you're God, you become humble and kind. Most of your words are unkind, because and he says, yes, but it seems like you communicate strange, or you have very strange beliefs. Maybe not, but based on this vid, that's what I gathered. You're not God. So what I'm saying is we are God. And I'm just going to thank him for his thanks for being philosophical and present. He was present, with your truth. Sometimes we just have to thank people. So that was funny. Okay, so shooting up. Oh, and then I say pets are a hobby. That's because I think that the hugest mistake that people make in this society is focusing on pets instead of women's and their vaginas. So let's see. And I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. That's the thing. That's like, it's very hard to argue with me. Because who's gonna say no to vagina? And then he's Joseph Seed, so I guess that's like the founder of the Mormons or something, but it's not really saying anything conclusive, because even if I think I am this, or I am some type of a savant, or like messenger from God, quote unquote, or whatever people perceive me as, or whatever I think I am, it's like it doesn't really focus on what the message is. The message is not, it's not one of ego. Like, I'm not saying this because I'm not trying to say like F you to anyone. This is my truth, and it's all inclusive. It includes everyone as being God. I'm not seek truth and exercise so you can be virile. All right. And then, so I'm asking, people are saying it's blasphemous. You could actually form a coherent sentence or argument to what I said, but room temperature IQ, sometimes can't really, it's like it gets into a blur. Oh, this is a funny one. Because I was mentioning like the masturbation, this guy said he just beat to it. So that was funny. And then people think I'm psychotic, but it's like, if they really think about it, like, I'm sure they might think it's the truth. And then what else? I got some good comments. People saying they understand it, and then it's cool, and then just very true. This was a fun one. It says, I couldn't even hypothesize this. I evolved immediately. So, this one's funny. It's what is happening. And then I say, I'm talking about celebrating women and world peace. I'm saying it doesn't seem vague. Okay, so that's that. And then what else is there? So just laughing at reality. You got to be able to laugh, like secretly laugh at everything. Laugh at people who are, like going to die sooner than you because they choose to. Like they choose to not eat healthy, or they choose to not exercise. Especially, it's exercising the heart, because the heart is the muscle. The mistake people make is all the physical exercise they do, but the building muscle, but that strains the heart. That's why the average age of death of these bodybuilders is relatively younger. But also the benefit of, like, I bodybuild once a week. Oh yeah, so my workout regimen consists of Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. I go for a 1 hour cardio. So be that often it's on a stationary bike, but it could also be a run. And then once a week I'll do some, like on Saturday or Sunday or something, I'll do some weights, and then throughout the week I'll do sets of push-ups, like maybe 2 sets of 50 push-ups every day, or maybe only 1 set. It all depends on also what I'm doing. Sometimes I'm working a lot, but okay, so that was that video. Then I want to go to my favorites, because I have some to show you guys. Let's see here. Videos. I'm not logged into the right profile. Hold on. Shit. Okay, so I was trying to access my favorites on Shield Heart. It looks like I need to make them looks like I need to make them available. But yeah, I've got some good favorites. But yeah, check out my TikTok, see what you think. It's all about women and their vaginas, and it's important for us to make life more about that. And again, not be worried about what women think, not be worried about what men think. Just do it, And there's stuff that gradually reduces. Oh, that's a fun one. If somebody makes rude comments about PPS or breasts, just say calmly, VVS is the best. So pussy is the best. And that's what we can all relate to, and it just will bring peace to society. Like I was saying, it's not about all the hype of sex and relationships and everything. It's just about the serenity that is associated with celebrating the woman and her vulva. And I'm happy with that. You guys try to visit my channel soon. I'll try to open up the favorites or the liked videos. And I'm gonna say aloha. It's been a quick stream, but just a hello and a little refresher and sharing some of the good news that I'm, making progress. I've got my ideas working, and fun little share about dentistry and also exercise. And also another thing I do for the exercise is sauna. I try to do the sauna after each, like 10 minutes at least. No, I don't. I rarely do more than 10 minutes, but just I feel like it heats up the blood vessels, and it helps if there's any cholesterol to be melted away. But also might as well try to eat a diet, like I eat a vegan diet, but I believe that some things might be getting in there. So we're talking about longevity, right? I'll end on this. There's this guy who talks about longevity. Let's go to my history on YouTube. Here we go. So Dr. Peter Attia, this is the guy here. So this
would be able to look and study, is the tumor shrinking? Is the tumor growing? So you have somebody getting feedback. Well, the problem when it comes to geroprotection,
I think this specific episode is the one to listen to. This one seems to be, like, for example, here. Watch this.
All around. So, with that said, first question. When people think of longevity, a lot of times in the space they think of living to 120, 150, 200 years old. I think anyone who's listened to your podcast, listened to or read the book, listened to interviews you've done, you're not really in that camp of very confident that we're going to live to 120, 150 years old. One of the common questions we get is just, why is that? Why do you think that's maybe not possible? And the follow-up would be, based on that, why do you think it's important to act and live like we might only get to 90 years old?
So, I mean, this is a bit of a complicated question. I think.
So, yeah, this is a really good one. So you guys check this out if you're into the discussion. But most important thing is also parasites. Dogs have parasites. Some people do as well. There are these little worms or little, whatever they are, little microscopic creatures that live in the body that parasite off it, and there are ways to cleanse them. Biggest one is just reduce your sugar a lot and not be feeding them, but you also want to kill them entirely, and then you either throw them up or crap them out. And it's I think it's like a 1 month process, a cleanse. It's like cleaning the inside of your body. And try to not be discomforted by them. Try to think of them as just part of the cosmos, or part of the universe, and you're just letting them go, and respectfully, and thank you guys. And on a final note, remember, Burt's Bees on the lips, these thin, sensitive skin areas, also the eyes, the eyelids, and then coconut oil all over the body after a cold rinse at the end of a shower. So aloha, guys, and take care.